In this lecture, we are going to talk about the most important string-related methods. So we have already been talking about the equals method that compare of values as far as objects are concerned, and we have already discussed the intern method that returns a canonical representation for a string object. Okay, so for example, if I create a string, for example, Adam, then I am able to get the number of characters. So I am able to do something like string1.length. And with the help of the length method, we are able to return the length of the string. The length is equal to the number of Unicode units as far as the string is concerned. So in this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 characters. So that's why the length is going to return 4. If we have, for example, Kevin, then the result is going to be 5 because there are 5 letters in the Kevin string. Okay, so this is how we use the length method. Then we are able to concatenate given strings. So we can use string2, for example, spacey. We are able to concatenate that given string. So I'm going to have the result. The result is equals to the string1. We are able to use the plus operator. It is not that efficient because whenever we use the plus sign as concatenation, then Java is going to create a new string. So this is why it is not the best solution possible. But anyways, let's check whether it's working fine or not. It is working fine, as you can see. So we are able to concatenate given strings, and we are able to use the so-called concatenation method. So this concatenation method concatenates the specified string to the end of the string. Okay, so if I use concatenation with string2, then the result is going to be the same. We are able to concatenate Kevin and Spacey. We are able to use the so-called char@at method. So if I use the string1.char@at with index 0, what does it mean? That Java is going to return the letter with index 0. Index 0 represents the first letter, index 1 is the second letter, index 2 is the third letter, and so on. So with index 0, the k is going to be returned. If we use 1, then E is going to be returned. Of course, we are not able to use 10, for example, because it is outside the scope of the string as far as the letter indices are concerned. So in this case, we get a string index out of bound exception. Of course, if we want to get the last letter, we have to use something like this, that the length -1 because indices starts with 0. So this is how we can get the last letter as far as the string is concerned. We are able to use the substring method. So if I have a string, just for demonstration purposes, let's use something like hello world in Java. Okay, so this is the string, and we are able to print out the substring. So if we use substring with index 5, what does it mean? That Java is going to create a substring starting with index 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that's why this is going to be the substring, as you can see, and it includes the character with index 5. Of course, we are able to specify that, for example, 0 and 5, what does it mean? That we would like to get the string where the first letter index is 0 and the last letter index is 5. So if I run it, then hello is going to be printed out. So this is how we can get a substring as far as a given string is concerned. We are able to use the replace method. It is quite common again. So we have the, for example, letter L, and we would like to change it to, for example, the capital K. And if we use something like this and run the application, then as you can see, Java is going to consider this string and it is going to substitute the L letters with capital K, and this is why it is going to be the solution. So all the L letters are substituted with capital K. We can use the replace all method. The replace all is going to consider a given string. For example, the Java is going to be substituted to Python. So if I save and run it, then hello world in Python. So this replace all replaces each substring of this string that matches the given regular expression, in this case the Java word, with the given replacement. In this case the replacement is Python. So we don't have to implement our substring search algorithms from scratch because Java has extremely powerful methods. So that's all about the replace method. We can use the trim method. The trim method is going to get rid of the unnecessary white spaces as far as the beginning and as far as the end of the string is concerned. So if we use something like trim without any argument, we don't have to specify anything. In this case, as you can see, the unnecessary white spaces have been removed. So the trim method is going to get rid of the white spaces. And finally, let's talk about the split method. So this is going to be splitted, and we can do something like the following. We are going to get a one-dimensional array of strings. So strings is equals to the string, and we would like to split it as far as the ampersand sign is concerned, and we have to specify that how many chunks we are going to get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if I specify 6, then I am able to use a for each loop. So string s strings, and I am able to print out the s, and what's going to happen is that Java is going to split this given sentence based on the given character we have specified, and we have to specify the number of chunks we are going to get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is how we can use the most important methods in Java. Thanks for watching.